Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Orb, you guys. This show is it's getting too under my skin. And like I was saying last time, I'm legitimately scared because I'm so invested now that I could see my blood pressure being an issue for how invested I'm getting into this. You know what I mean? Like, if I could just keep a little distance between myself and some of the characters and some of the plot points and everything, it's like, if I just keep that distance, you guys, it would not hurt. But I think that's really not my thing when it comes to shows that I react to. It's really not my thing to not get emotionally invested. It's the opposite, actually. So yeah, so before I get into everything that happened last episode, I do just want to say, if you're joining me early today, you know exactly what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so very much. I'm sending you those big old hugs right through that screen. If you're joining me on the YouTubes, thank you for being here. I really hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. It does help me and my channel an awful lot. Another thing that would really help me out is if you could check out the link to my Patreon. It's going to be in that description down below. You get early access, uncut, unfiltered reactions going back so many years now to all different kinds of shows, anime, etc. I hope you'll check it out, and thank you in advance for that. All right, guys. Last time was so good. I love how this is shaping up, and I hate how it's shaping up. You know what I mean? Because it's shaping up in like the most interesting, juicy way that I could think of. But at the same time, I'm like, oh no, they're all gonna die so horribly. They're all gonna die so horribly. Or like, oh my God, I just got a thought. Okay, so think about this. Okay, if Yolenta starts working with Badeni and Oxy, think about this. All three of them get caught. Her dad goes to her and is like, look, you have the opportunity to save yourself here if you throw the two of them under the bus. Say you're a girl, you don't know anything, they made you look up stuff you had no idea what it was about, and you're sorry, and just throw them under the bus. And she's like, you know what, Papa? No, not doing that. I'm not just a girl. I knew what I was doing. I wanted to do it. I liked doing it. Put that one in your pipe and smoke it. Because I'm gonna go ahead and theorize that. I'm gonna go ahead and theorize that right now, that's gonna happen. Because that seems like something that they would do, you know? It's like, okay, like you're okay as long as you just kind of like cower in fear and say you're bad and you're dumb and like you didn't mean it. And I think she's going to be like, you know what? I've been called bad and dumb my whole life simply because of my gender, which, like, yeah, it's so not fair. Anyway, I had to, you could tell I'm just getting way too into it, you guys. It's going to hurt so bad when all of them die brutally. It's going to hurt so bad. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be in pain. Or do I? Because I keep watching these shows. I keep getting invested in them. Anyway, last time was really, really good. I'm liking Yolenta a lot. I'm seeing a lot of that, just like that insatiable thirst for knowledge. It like will make you go that extra mile and do things you know are bad or dangerous or whatever. I did find a lot of Badeni's opinions very interesting. Like his opinion on the homeless and the poor was kind of like, oh my God, wow, it's so harsh. Like, what the heck? But I did also find it interesting that, like, coming from him, a monk, albeit a very unconventional monk, but still a monk, and he's like, oh, this is like definitely gonna get us into heaven. Like, we're at the precipice, all right, but it's the gates of heaven, not the gates of hell. And it's like, wow, it really is a matter of perspective. Like, even when you're talking about Buffy, Buffy is here, and Buffy just had stitches. So I heard her licking, and I was like, OMG, no. Don't lick it, baby. You can't play with it, okay? You can't do that. It's bad for you. Oh, she wasn't licking the one that has the stitches on it anyway. But don't do it anyway, because it makes Mama nervous, okay? Poor Buffy. It's been a real, like, hell week for all of us here. Buffy, most of all. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh yeah, Badeni. He's got some interesting ideas, and like really piqued my interest that, you know, coming from someone who, albeit has bucked them at every turn, like, he has come up in the ways of, like, all these other priests and officials who are putting forth that, like, we really should not be coming up with new ideas. Like, that's not, we have ideas already, and the ideas we have are good, and we don't need any new ideas. And here he is, and his interpretation is like, this brings us closer to God, not further away. So it's just, I don't know, it's just something interesting to think about. Oxy's a doll. He just continues to be a sweetie pie. And I think that's all I got for now. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen next. How all of this is going to be taken. Because I just think it's going to be a rocky start with our little trio here, you guys. So let's figure out if I'm right. Let's go ahead and get started on the next episode of Orb. Let's do this. Hey! I mean, CYB, right? Uh-huh. Shoot. He's away. Don't know. Don't know. Yeah. A while. Undetermined length of time. This poor girl is like, what is happening? What is happening to me? She's like, I effed around and found out. That's really what she's thinking. Yeah. Another thing that's pointed out to me in the comments is that when we see Oxy, I just thought of it because we're looking at Oxy, he looks up at the stars now, which they changed for after a few episodes ago when he was able to look at the stars again. I thought I'd point that out because I forgot to point it out in my last one. Like, on the one hand, she's chasing danger, you know? On the other hand, I feel bad for her when danger actually finds her. And it's also, like, not fair that it's even dangerous in the first place. But I feel like they'll understand, like, they're not going to stand on ceremony here. I feel like they'll understand, who is this person? Because that's, like, one of the only people we haven't seen yet. Like, all the people in white we haven't seen, I think. There's Novak. There's puking. the puking makes her so. And then we see Rafa, and that's definitely her walking with her daddy. And it was at Piast. Okay, the more I see, the more they're making sense. These scenes. Hi. Nice to meet you. It's like, I am? What? The Central Abbey. That was. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but I was gonna say, he's gonna figure this out so fast. Yeah, asking for my master, definitely not for me. Has nothing to do with me. Because she wouldn't be able to reveal. She's so cute. But she wouldn't be able to turn them in if anything went south, because she'd be in trouble too. Is that what you're thinking? And also because she's super smart. Pretty much, yeah, that's exactly what they were saying. Also, I think that may have been in the fanfic. He's just kind of looking at this coldly and logically. Okay.
そんなご主人のもと働くなんて、ヨレンタさんも天文に興味が。
Well, I guess you could say.
ちなみに、異教徒のヘラクレイデスはご存知ね。
We're probably not supposed to say yes. What ridiculous theory was that? Yeah, she's like, I'm liking this less and less. Was it heliocentrism? Central fire. The central fire may be Venus? It's pretty close to what we're talking about. Baby girl, you're about to eat them words. Isn't it though? It was flawed. This is the message, honey. This is the message. What would happen then? It would challenge their power. Are you benefiting from this current structure, my love? I mean, the thing is, we have free will. We have free will. Oh, now there's an idea. What if we were to go outside of this common sense? She looks visibly uncomfortable. I mean, even the globe spins, so... Oh, so is that what he meant? Before... Truth. Something that I think was very important in the Bible. Don't remember a whole lot about the earth being the center of the universe in the Bible. I could just be me, but truth seemed to be a pretty big thing. And she's going to be like, nope. She's going to be there. She's going to be there. Because you know what? She's scared. And she should be scared. This is scary stuff. At the end of the day, we know that curiosity is going to get the better of her. How much does she know about her dad? I wonder. Joe, honey, sweetheart, whatever you do not tell Kobe about this. Kobe's the last person. She has a very strong sense of right and wrong. Like, she doesn't just have the thirst for knowledge. Kobe's not there. Thank God. Yeah, Kobe's the last person on this planet I want to know about this. Okay. Could you be perhaps in pursuit of something as well? Oh, so even he knows. Interesting. So there are a lot of people who were curious about this. Count Piast! Even Count Piast is out here trying to get to the bottom of this. Wow, no wonder he was kind of curious about her. Woo! Yes, as a matter of fact. Oh. It's like what? She's not allowed to. Right. Can you give her permission? Pretty much. Hey, Count Piast is kind of sees things as they are. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, that's not... He's trying to goad her. He's trying to goad her. I was just going to say, there's a lot of interpretations of that, because I've heard about that. The women shouldn't be teachers thing, and there's a lot of different interpretations. Count Piast! You're decent. I like you, sir. I like you. She was just trying to get her to think a little differently about it. Orb, indeed. Indeed. Oh. Yep. There we go. Hey, Vadeni, you're a good judge of character. At least in this instance. No. Shock. Is what Vadeni is thinking. He just wants her to say it. Cool. That is going to be an issue. She has the access, she just doesn't have access. I wonder if Count Piast is going to get in on this. Is it Count Piast? Huh? Oh, Count Piast is a big deal. Oh, no, look at that. That worked out funny. Wait, what? Wait, huh? And also, Count Piast is kind of into this. Whoa. Yeah, I'm sorry, he sounded like he would be. Huh? Ew. But he's kind of doubting it now. He's... Oh. Is it more audacious than just embarking on this in the first place? However, he admits they're missing something. And yeah, he's after the truth. If you can show him this is the truth, he will listen. Cool. I mean, this whole thing is dangerous, but yeah. Oh my god, Vadeni! Oh my god, you are so evil sometimes, Vadeni. You are so evil right now.
ええ。その前にまずキャスト博にお目にかかれたこと大変光栄
He's gonna be like, cut the crap. He's like, I'm a dying man. I don't have time to listen to your stuff.
ある研究をしています。アリスタルコスを引き継ぐ。
We're gonna cut right to the chase.
その
Right
研
to
究
the
を完成
chase.
させるため、観測記録をお貸しいただきたい。
Well, we're being very blunt right now. Real good eyesight. We can lend you Oxy's eyesight.
帰れ
Oh no.
私が誰だか分かっているのか
Okay, well this is not going very well.
教会が認める宇宙と異なっているそれに私の人生をかけた研究
Oh, but at the end of the day, I bet he has that thirst too. And I bet if you show him what you mean,
いや、真理かもしれません。
he has that thirst for knowledge. And even if it makes him mad to think he devoted his whole life to that, I bet he's going to be too curious to say no.
帰れ
Okay. The seed is planted. The seed is planted. What if we just like dropped some notes in front of him? Just, or maybe he's already thought about it. I don't know. Maybe he'll just.
首都に生まれながら過当な天文など学ぶ気か
Oh.
父もう帰ってこなくていい
Oh,
空
wow.
を眺めて歴史を変えられると
Oh, Piast definitely had his cross to bear here. I mean, to be fair, like the geocentric model was, there were a lot of people there were a lot of scientists who were putting that forth. Like that wasn't like this is some like, crazy thing that we're just going to go ahead and like say is true. I mean, it wasn't true, but... Ooh! I don't think you should be going around saying that kind of thing.
血縁でいうと私はいとこ違いが分かります
Oh, okay. Oh, it seems like he's a family outcast now as well, so...
一つ聞かせたまえ君は学術発展にあたって何が重要だと
無謀さです。慎重さ
Audacity.
研究という分野においてこそ、その一歩目は大
He's gonna think back on this and he's gonna be like, you know who had a lot of audacity? Those people just came in my room.
天文とは大反対されただろ
Mm-hmm.
う奴らの聞かぬ話をつまませておけ所詮ただの金持ちだ真の貴族ではない
Ooh.
我々は違う
I mean, they're kind of doing something, I guess, to benefit.
現状の宇宙は誤差が
So there's
作った世界にだぞ
which can't
宇宙が納得しようが
be possible, according to, yeah, that's what Badeni was saying too.
だから修正して完成させる
So, like, they always knew that there were problems with this.
はい。私は遠目が利きます。
では
It's interesting that he should have the same kind of, like, ability as Oxy.
これは
Although I wonder if maybe they just both had good eyesight. And that was seen as, like, like they didn't need glasses or something.
そんなこれ一つしかない特注品じゃ。
優れた道具は優れた
Wow, this person put a lot of, like, faith and trust in him.
いいか神が君に与えた才能を出し惜しむ
I think that once his hurt pride is put aside, nearsighted in lots of different ways.
を眺めれば歴史が変わると
Yeah, see, the thing is, he's not going to be able to
一
resist
族の誇り
the
である
truth, the urge to know the truth. And there it is. Yeah.
完成
You
させ
might
る
have to admit that you were, oh my god. You know what though? He seems like really decent. And I feel like initially he's going to be like, what is wrong with you? I've been doing this model my whole life and like, how dare you come in here? When he gets thinking about it, he will put aside his pride and the chance that everything that he did his whole life was down the wrong path, if it means getting closer to the truth. That's what I'm getting off of Count Piast. That's what I'm getting. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm gonna pull a Badeni here and just be like full of myself and be like, nah, I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's very interesting. On the surface, there's like no question of any of this whatsoever. But if you go a little bit below the surface, like even Raphael's dad was really interested in this theory, you know? So I feel like, although nobody can really talk about it, like there's definitely, I mean, there's a person we keep on bringing up too, the person who's seen as like a heretic and everything, that we're not the first ones to have thought about this, you know what I mean? We're just the first ones to have the audacity to try and bring it to light. And I was going to try to play the next one. Hang on. Let me just get that off my screen, because I'll do that next time. Wow, guys, that was excellent. Count Piast is actually super decent. And you could tell, like, you could just tell. I think what's really interesting here is like looking at everyone's motivations, because if there's one thing that's really stood out to me about this whole thing, it's especially on a show where we're passing down this torch of, you know, researching the heliocentric model. It's everyone's motivations, and really just like the motivations outside of even like our protagonist as well. Like Novak has motivations to like protect his family. The church has motivations to like kind of make sure that this order is maintained, like that we don't go pulling on this thread, that like once this is, you know, disproven, what else are they coming after, and could that just kind of like pull on a thread that is really, really bad for maintaining the power that the church has at this point in time. You know, the motivations of every person, every like protagonist that we've seen so far, which some of it we have in common. Like there is kind of a common running theme, I would say, between all of our protagonists, and that was kind of like this insatiable thirst for knowing the truth, even at our own expense, even at the expense of a lot, you know, even at the cost of our own lives. And you could see that in Hubert, you could see it in Raphael, you can see it in Yolanta, and you can see it in, I mean, Gross, and then he passed it to Oxy, and even Badeni, like, I mean, especially Badeni, because we saw, like, he did not give a single hoot about being really seriously tortured, as long as he got, like, even just a nugget of truth, even just a nugget of, like, a correct answer on anything, like, a little bit of information. And you can see it with Count Piast. And honestly, like, I give a lot of credit to his once removed cousin there, who was kind of like, you know what, like, we need to make this work. We need to like we need to perfect this, and kind of like pass that on. So like the big running themes I feel like are that thirst for knowledge and not caring about what happens in order to pursue it, and also kind of like the passing of the torch. Now we do have Badeni, who's like, nah, I'm not passing any torches. This ends with, this is going to be like my thing, and it stops here. We're not going to, but then I don't know if they're the only ones that I don't know if they're the last ones. They keep on showing other people in the intro too that we don't know yet. So I don't know if they're like the last ones we're going to follow. I really, really hope that they just do what they need to do and then pass on peacefully in their old age, because I don't think my heart can take seeing them killed. But I don't think they're the last ones. So I don't know if Badeni's going to get his wish there. And I wonder if Badeni will have kind of a change of heart too, because, you know, don't forget, like, we know his story up to this point, and I feel like being around other people who are like-minded to him, but also have kind of like a softer, gentler nature than him, might make a big impression on him. And I think some things you guys were saying in the comments kind of reflected that. So I think it's possible that maybe like he will go on a journey too of not only trying to prove this theory or get more info about it to prove it, but also like a personal journey. And I think it would be really like sad, but a little bit beautiful if like he he died kind of like making sure that the knowledge got passed on to somebody else. Even when that was one of his big rules, that like, nah, we're not doing that. He comes to realize just how important that is, and that at the end of the day, there was something bigger than him. I think that would be really sad, but kind of poetic. I don't want to see him die, though. I don't want to see any of them die. I am putting it out there right here that, like, they should just all go and be happy and live long, happy lives, and just have their cake and eat it, too. Just live long, happy lives. No sacrifices made in order to get this truth out there, but just go ahead and, like, really push this forward. And, you know, the next person just gets it after they've passed on peacefully of old age. I don't think that's happening, you guys. I don't think it's happening. But I can dream. I can dream. So, alright, so Piast is cool. I like him. I think he'd be a great ally to have. And again, I think that once the initial, like, injury to the pride of, like, oh my god, this is my life's work and you're saying it's not true. Once he kind of gets over that initial shock and he sees, like, I do want to perfect this, and there is truth here, and I do need to pursue it no matter how much it hurts me personally to do that. I need to do it. I think he will do it. So, alright guys, that was a really good episode. Yolenta is officially on board. Piast might be on board. I think he's going to be. I think he's at least going to, like, help us get where we're going. We're going to have access to the research that we need, which would be really, really great. And the and the whole astronomy laboratory would be, like, freaking fantastic. So yeah, so let's see what happens next, you guys. Like I said, I'm way too invested, but I really enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please, oh my goodness, please, do not leave me now. There's so much ahead of me, and I'm so very scared. I'm excited, but I'm scared. So please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.